Hello, my name's Lise. Welcome out everyone to my Raw Women's Championships rankings. We're ranking all the Raw Women's Champions who won from the 2016 Superstar Shake as 2016 Superstar Shake of the 2016 draft. Ever since Charlotte was the first champion, we're going to the last champion who is now Becky Lynch. We're gonna be ranking not all the reigns, but just basically the competitors who've won. There's the worst and there's the best, and I gotta say this: all the Raw Women's Champions, I think two are good. I like 15 reigns out of 7 people who've won it. 2 of the reigns were good. The others were shit. Number 7 is Nia Jax. What can I say about Nia Jax's reign? She had a long feud going into WrestleMania with Alexa Bliss. She won the title from Alexa Bliss. Then she had another, you have to have the Reed chapter. You have to fight again for the title. So Nia Jax fought against Alexa Bliss again, defended her title. And then she fought against Ronda Rousey. Ronda was going to win, and then Alexa Bliss came in, took the title from her. Nia Jax didn't get it back. She had a WrestleMania moment. Her title reign came down to fighting Alexa Bliss. And fighting Ronda Rousey for a little bit, and that was it. I mean, the match was good. It's just Nia didn't get nothing to do. She was feuding with the same woman who she was trying to get the title from, and then it just goes back and forth. So it's just a long time just her feuding with her Nia Jax feuding with Alexa Bliss for this. But overall, she's the worst Raw Women's Champion. Her reign was non-existent. Speaking of non-existent, I'm putting number 4 and 5, or no, what is it, like 6 and 7? Yeah, 6 and 7. No, 7 was Nia Jax, and 6 is Sasha Banks, and 5 is Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks, yeah, they're tied before Nia Jax. I mean, after Nia Jax, because they played hot potato with this title. Charlotte was the champion for so long, and this feud lasted a good 6 months. Half a year this entire feud took. Charlotte was winning. Charlotte was the champion. And Sasha Banks won, and then she lost in 28 days. Then Charlotte won it. Then Sasha Banks won. Then Charlotte won again. It just kept going on and on and on. Hot potato with the title. Hot potato. Hot potato. It was stupid. Dude, they had no future other storylines. They had no future rivalries. They had great matches. What could you expect? But it dragged along too long, and you played hot potato with the title. You should just stuck to it. I didn't like that. 1 title change or 2, okay. Not 4 or 5. I mean, Sasha had like 3 title reigns just from Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte Flair had all her title reigns from Sasha Banks, so it was just ridiculous. I really did not appreciate their rivalry. I did not appreciate that they played hot potato with a title because it didn't build new stars. They did nothing for Nia Jax, who was drafted to Raw, and they didn't build her up at all, so they had no women's division on Raw, and they didn't try to build a new division. They just focused on those 2 athletes, and they just had 6 months of a dragged out storyline with Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair. Piss poor champions, piss poor title defenses, and that's all because of the freaking writers of WWE. Number 4, Bayley. Bayley holding the title for a little bit. She beat Charlotte Flair for the title, and then she had a good defense. Like she held the title at WrestleMania, and she won a fatal 4-way and all this stuff. So she had one good defense, and then she lost to Alexa Bliss. Bayley's reign was basically forgettable. I mean, I like Bayley. I enjoyed her. I think but Raw killed her with this Bayley, this is your life segment with Alexa Bliss, and it just kind of ruined Bayley as a champion, as a character. And when she lost the title to Alexa Bliss, and she was feuding over to get it back, it just ruined a lot of Bayley. And thank God she was better than SmackDown. Thank God they gave her a better shot at SmackDown. But yeah, Bayley, she beat Charlotte and she won at WrestleMania. There's nothing much there. So to me, Bayley's reign, it was just number, 3? It's Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss beat Bayley for the championship. She had a long feud with Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss wasn't the same Alexa Bliss from SmackDown. SmackDown, she was brand new. She was building up a superstar and all stuff. But Alexa, how she was in Monday Night Raw, she was being forced down your throat politically. Just like how Charlotte Flair was being drawn down your throats politically, like, all the time. So they kind of ruined Alexa Bliss as a character, and her championship reign didn't really do much for her. I mean, again, she had a stupid thing, a feud with Bayley. I mean, they could have written it so much better, but the whole Bayley's Your Life shit was just shit. I mean, I wrote down, like, what else did she do? She had a little bit. She also pinned Mickie James, and she won the Elimination Chamber. That's the reason why I put her so high. She won the Raw Women's Elimination Chamber, eliminated everybody, and she actually did a good performance. So Alexa Bliss number 3, but she's just there. She's okay. There's no standout to this. She's a 3-time Raw Women's Champion, and I do not even understand how. In many cases, I know she lost. I know she beat Bayley, then she beat Nia. First she lost the title to Nia, then she got her title back from Nia, and then just kept going back and forth. But yeah, Alexa Bliss 2. I mean 3. Number 2 is Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch became the Raw Women's Champion after she defeated Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey in a WrestleMania main event and became Becky 2 belts. She had a long feud with freaking what was her name? Lacey Evans. Yeah, she fought with Lacey Evans for a good amount of time. Then they partnered up with her boyfriend Seth Rollins, which did nothing for her as a character, did nothing for her as a champion. But she had some good reign. After that, she had a good fight with Sasha Banks. Then she was feuding with Asuka a bit and a bit of Shayna Baszler. And to me, to this day, she should have lost to Shayna Baszler. I think Becky. The thing is with Becky, they kept using the same formula that they used the previous year. They didn't do nothing new with her. Like when she was the man before WrestleMania, she was starting to become stale, not as great as she once was. She's still the champion to this day, and I enjoy Becky as a champion. She's a good champion, and she's a good Raw Women's one, but she's not great. She's not excellent, in my opinion. But Becky as a champion, good. She's number 2 for me. And my number 1 is going to be Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, because of her name, because of where she's been from the UFC, elevated the division. She beat Nia. Well, she was in a feud with Nia Jax to get the title. Then she squashed Alexa Bliss to win her title, retained it, beat her up like nothing. Then afterwards, she had some great freaking she was doing against like Mickie James. She had Sasha Banks in a fight. Then came the whole Survivor Series. She has a little feud with Charlotte Flair for a bit, but not for the title yet. Then she fought against Bayley, retained the title against Bayley, and then afterwards she fought at WrestleMania with Becky and Charlotte for WrestleMania. And to me, Ronda Rousey elevated the women's division in so many cases, and she had a good memorable feud. And this was a woman who came from UFC, and she was working full time for a lot of stuff. And I was greatly enjoying Ronda. I enjoyed Ronda Rousey, what she was putting in the ring. She had a good little feud with Natalya as well. I enjoyed Ronda Rousey as a champion. She is a very good champion. I never seen a great champion for the Raw's division, but she's the closest. She had a very, very good reign. A lot of these superstars are great wrestlers, but Raw just did nothing with them. They stick to 2P like Shane, like Ronda and Becky. They give them the most long-term title runs and all that stuff. They give them the long established title runs, and they just don't do nothing. And while they do something with them, it's just all the others are not. You don't give Sasha Banks a meaningful thing for the title. You don't elevate the championship. You don't. Charlotte Flair didn't have a good title run at all either. I mean, a lot of these women's, like of all 7 women who hold a title, 2 were good. 2 were very good. With SmackDown, I see at least 3 out of 8. And again, look at the divisions of like, oh, who's the 4 horsewomen? All the 4 horsewomen hold the titles. The only ones who did not hold the titles were Ronda Rousey, which we all know she was going to win because of political reasons. Alexa Bliss, again for political reasons. After when she became a star on SmackDown, Raw took her, and then political reasons. Nia Jax was the only one, and it's kind of a little bit Nia Jax too for political reasons. As well, we didn't see a Ruby Riott and Ember Moon. And I don't think none of the Riott Squad ever got a shot at it. I would actually like to have Mickie James win the title once in a while. I mean, Hall of Famer and all that stuff, but what do I know? But yeah, for the entire Raw Women's Championship things, that's my personal opinion. But I rank from the worst to the best, and I honestly do not care for the Raw's Championship right now. I mean, the fact that Becky beat Shayna Baszler and retain the title was just stupid. I think they should have just gave it to Shayna, have Shayna start a feud with Becky and all this stuff, and then you could have done it. But now it's just kind of tarnishes Shayna Baszler's legacy. It kind of tarnishes Becky's legacy. I mean, if y'all remember that match at WrestleMania, Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler, Shayna was whooping Becky. But yeah, everyone, what's your personal opinion, everybody? You think Ronda Rousey should have been 2 and Becky should have been 1? You know, for Becky 2 belts. You think she had a much more meaningful reign? You think Sasha Banks or Charlotte should have been higher on the list? You think Nia Jax deserves a low spot? Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Angel Lisa, everybody. Bye.